Good evening, the beautiful people of Ambazonia. Good evening for all our papa them and for all our mommy them. For Ambazonia picking them, we will still be up for this time. I talk say una good night for all. I to salute for all our big mommy them and for all our big papa them. For all the brave commanders, the people that give we hope, the soldiers where they don't give Ambazonia them their dignity back. Una cafe day up, una place day out. Abuna brother Lucas Asu, when are the spokesman for Ambazonia Governing Council. The Cameroon occupation state, it is for cry die. The biggest confusion and fear we deal within the Cameroon state. The Cameroon occupation government, they fear, say the wave of change, the light of hope will spread across the continent. When you get new voices of progress, nationalists, a new generation where they care about the common person. They care about the future of the people there. They care about the direction of our societies. A new generation of patriots that they rise up across the continent. The Cameroon colonial government is on a watch list. The future of Cameroon it not only be uncertain, but it be frightening. The future of Cameroon it not only be uncertain, but it be very frightening. And Mr. Bia, you know that one. Dion Gote, you know that one. This change, we don't come for Africa. We take place for the continent. It be irresistible, it be irreversible. The new generation, we don't rise up for create a new reality for the people them. More so than the new generation, we don't rise up from Ambazonia. This new breed, this new generation of the quality man and woman them, of the people them with integrity and character, people that stand on principles and they live on truth. These people them, we, this generation, we, me, you, all we, the patriots, the nationalists, the people the way they stand for be the light bearers of the liberation, for be the new hope, for be the promise, for be the destiny. Now we be the people. This generation of Ambazonia they don't rise. Wait till una don't do am. Cameroon no will ever forget her. The Ambazonian people, this generation they don't rise. Una not only earn Cameroon a presence for Ambazonia. Una don't also make Cameroon make it no go ever be able to exist again as a state. They not get how for do am, for get the northern Mbororo and the Fulani them for the north. They don't know how to get the Mbororo and the Fulani them where they make up the biggest population segment for the occupation state. And how forget the Bamileke, how forget the Bulu, Beti, and the Douala people them for live together. Cameroon, they don't know how to do them. The roadmap where they don't use them, when violence and blood, it don't divide Cameroon into 4. In the coming days, I will come present una the new report we don't come out about which will become of Cameroon. Cameroon, it will be divided into 4. The remaining 8 regions of Cameroon, where they don't remain, they will be divided into 4. Ambazonia don't go. Now Ambazonia will be the only team where Cameroon don't use them for keep Cameroon together. Now where Cameroon don't realize and say Ambazonia don't go, it no go ever come back, they no fit change them, it be irreversible. The other 8 regions of Cameroon, they no fit stand on their own, they no go fit survive on their own. Now they work on a new plan for divide Cameroon into 4. The Ambazonia Governing Council, the movement, when I lead the liberation of the Ambazonian people, the movement, when I be the light of hope for the Ambazonian people, the movement, when I fight the Cameroon government for give Ambazonia independence. We, the people, we don't make up our minds and what forces them say every Cameroon colonial institution for our land we go dig them from the foundation. Make a bring una now a video where it come out for Ambazonia. The first set of actions them, the first set of a series of operations and actions where the Ambazonia Defense Forces and all Ambazonian forces them, they go to carry them out when I watch this video. Now the beginning of the end for uproot, for dig from the foundation, for burn down, for destroy, for scatter anything Cameroon in Ambazonia. Make a bring another video. I pull it up from my system. Make a bring another video. I pull them up from my system here. All right, here you go.
Yes. Fellow Ambazonian, under General Efang, aka Bingomba. Yes. We don't talk say no one know like the public school for Ambazonian land. The only school recognize them. Na community school for Ambazonia, yeah. The only community recognize them. And any man will send the pikin for government school, me no say. It put your pikin for Orix. Yes, about being on my picking them. The shake no day. The shake no day. Now trigger away the leak that chi. Yes. I say, fellow Ambazonian, under General Efang, aka Bingomba. Yes. We don't talk say no one know like the public school for Ambazonian land. The only school recognize them. Na community school for Ambazonia, yeah. Only coming to recognize them. And any man will send the picking for government school, me no say. It put your picking over your risks. Yes, I'm being by picking them. She shake no day. She shake no day.
This video when I don't see now the beginning this for a series of steps, for a series of actions, for one new policies we don't refine them, for strengthen our liberation struggle, and for make sure say we do the things them would be required of us. This video when I don't watch them, not been a video where it be against schooling. Now an example of the Ambazonia Governing Council a policy for dig from the foundation any institution of Cameroon colonialism and occupation for Ambazonia. The video when I don't watch them, not been a target for school, but now a policy where our forces that they implement them for bring down any colonial institution where they use them for the purpose for keep Ambazonia people them under occupation and for toxic Cameroon they get legitimacy for Ambazonia. All colonial institutions and institutions of occupation, Cameroon, the institutions of Ambazonia, the Ambazonia Defense Forces and all Ambazonia forces, they don't be instructed for bring those systems down. Make we repeat them. Those systems of occupation, na them way Cameroon they use them for administer colonialism and they administer occupation. So for end the occupation, you must take down the institutions where they use them for keep you occupied. Simple logic. For end the occupation, you must destroy the institutions and the systems where they use them for keep the people them under occupation. The fastest way where the Ambazonian people will gain their liberation now for bend down, destroy all systems of colonialism, all Cameroon systems and institutions of colonialism and occupation for Ambazonia. Without the institutions of colonialism and occupation, there will be no colonialism and occupation for the Ambazonia territory. That's the first thing that we get for now. This one, na a liberation policy. Everything Cameroon for Ambazonia must be taken down. We stand for unconditional independence of Ambazonia. Cameroon must pack out. We the people then, we must destroy all systems, all institutions of colonialism and occupation for Ambazonia. Cameroon, a time for Ambazonia don't come to an end, and anything Cameroon, we must dig out from the foundation. That's the first thing that. The second thing I want to talk today, now waiting it go on for the continent. And this one, it concerns the Cameroon military. Across the continent, as all when I don't notice them, young people them, nationalists, patriots, the military, they be create military for countries them, and for protect the citizens and for defend the country. All military them across the globe, their primary purpose for their existence and for make sure say their country they get good systems, for protect the good systems for their country. When the country it don't be hijacked by scavengers and political vultures, by bloodsuckers and political vampires. The military them for that country, they get the responsibility for clean up the systems and for give the people them a new chance, for create institutions, for create systems where they will be now for the well-being, the welfare the prosperity and for make that country make it strong, make it develop, make it be prosper. We don't see them for Guinea, we don't see them for Burkina Faso, we don't see them for Mali, we don't see them for Niger. Recently, we see them for Gabon. How? The military them for this country, they stand up for protect the lives of the common people them and clean their system from corruption, from people that only work for the interest of multinational organizations and companies, for clean their system them from terrorist tyrants. Today, the Cameroon military, instead for stand for the people of Cameroon and defend the interest and the dignity of the Cameroonese, the Cameroon military, they don't turn the Cameroon military into a terrorist group. The Cameroon military, they don't turn a terrorist them. While militaries across the continent, they stand up for defend and protect their people them and clean their system from thieves. The Cameroon military, they don't turn a murderers. The Cameroon military, they don't turn an instrument where they use them now like ISIS and Boko Haram. While the military for the other countries right now, they stand up for topple dictators and tyrants, for clean up their societies from corruption and for give their people a new chance for life. The Cameroon military, it don't become the people the way they burn villages. The Cameroon military, it don't become the people that they burn people their houses. The Cameroon military don't turn a rapist. The Cameroon military don't turn a looters. The Cameroon military, they don't turn a thieves and gangsters. Where they rape small picking them. Now the society don't see this way Cameroon don't become. Any man and woman we there for the Cameroon military. Now a symbol of shame. Any man and woman we there for the Cameroon police, there for the Cameroon gendarme, there for the Cameroon bees, there for the Cameroon intelligence services, you be a symbol of shame to your country, you be a symbol of shame to your citizens, you be a symbol of shame to your family, you be a symbol of shame to yourself. Any person will wear the uniform of green, red, yellow as a symbol for represent Cameroon. That green, red, yellow is a symbol of genocide. Green, red, yellow is a symbol for scorched earth policy. Green, red, yellow is a symbol for the killings and the burnings of grandmothers. Any man with the carry Cameroon uniform, you carry the B uniform, you carry the police uniform, you carry the gendarme uniform, you be a symbol of shame. Because while people like you across the continent, they rise up for defend their people them, topple tyrannies, and clean up systems from corruption and kleptocracy. Una don't turn on ourselves, una become thieves, extortionists of 500. Una own, na for go set up checkpoints and collect 500. Una own, na for go for bars and nightclub and beat una citizens them, arrest una citizens them, and then extort money from them. Una own, na for allow ourselves to be sent by a 90-something-year-old grandpa, great-grandpa, we either for the point of death. For Muna go born big mommy them alive. For Muna go born small picking them alive. For Muna go shoot and kill small picking them. Muna go rape mommy them. Rape young girls. Rape young boys. Una don't become a rapist. Una be a symbol of shame to Cameroon. Una be a symbol of shame to una citizens. Una be a symbol of shame to una community. Una be a symbol of shame. The Cameroon police, gendarme, be all una be a symbol of shame to una selves and to una country where una talk say una commode. Una not get what it take for talk say una be men and women with the wear uniform. Men and women with the wear uniform for the African continent. Today they be the voice of hope. They don't become the voice of hope for Gabon, for Mali, for Burkina Faso, for Niger, for Guinea. They don't become the voice of hope. Instead, for Cameroon, people that wear uniform, they be rapists, they be extortionists, they be kidnappers, they be baby killers, they be people that they burn grandma and meet them alive. They be people that they go from village to village and burn villages. Any man with the wear Cameroon uniform for the B, for the army, police, gendarme. You be a savage. You be barbaric. You be an instrument of destruction. Now, we'll get a solution for you. Since the Camerooners, they not feel rise up and chase all una out. Una continue for come for Ambazonia. We will send una for place where una deserve for be. The grave. As long as una continue for enter the Ambazonia territory, una go live na in pieces. If we are IEDs, they no vaporize una. We are soldiers, they could take una one after the other out. If the Cameroonese people them, they not feel rise up and chase Mr. Biya, the military and everybody out, Ambazonia will take care of una. As long as Mr. Biya continue for send una for the Ambazonia territory, na a land of no return for una. Na a land of no return. Una no go ever go back. Una no go ever go back to Cameroon, and una no go ever see the next day. Una do witty people them for uniform that they do. Una stand up and chase Mr. Biya and a gang of thieves out of our country. Una help the citizens of Cameroon for create a system where go fit forgive an ordinary Camerooners simple education, simple water for drink, simple light, simple road, a safe community where they feel live there. Up till today, in the 21st century, for 2023, 70% of the population for the 3 northern regions of Cameroon, 70% of them, they never even enter primary school. Una year fine. According to the former Cameroon Minister of Communication, Issa Chiroma, Mr. Issa Chiroma talks say, for the 3 northern provinces, regions or provinces of Cameroon, for the provinces, they will be made up of the Fulanis and the Mbororos and the Hausas. For the northern regions of Cameroon, 70% of the population, they never even enter primary school. Now the country that, where Mr. Biya, he don't create them in 40 years. They never fit for educate their own people. They never feel for build common school and help their own people may they get even basic elementary education. Now Ambazonia, the one can control them. Now Ambazonia, the one can govern them. The people for northern Cameroon, 90% of the people not get water for drink. Cameroon, he talks one can govern Ambazonia. Cameroon, he talks one can develop Ambazonia. Cameroon talk say one can reconstruct Ambazonia. How you feel reconstruct until we never construct them? Only Cameroon you know that kind of book. To the Ambazonian people then. Now on a liberation struggle is. When I don't do extremely well. When I don't fight extremely hard. And we don't make a lot of progresses as a people. For now and going forward. The future, it depends on we. Now we own the future, now you own the future. That future then not for your hand. Cameroon, it reign for Ambazonia don't come to an end. The Ambazonian people then, under the leadership of Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba and the Ambazonia Governing Council, they don't vow for put an end to Cameroon a time for the Ambazonia territory. With that in mind, when October 1, it come, every man, every woman, take the responsibility for make sure say you project Ambazonia. The future now then for una hand. The land now una owner. Una project them, una celebrate them. October 1 is only day na 4 days from now. Now your day where you get for take ownership for your land. Now your day where you get for project your territory. Now your day where you get for project your sovereignty. Now your day where you get for project your independence and your freedom. The leader of our liberation, Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, spent the last few days for the autonomous region of Spain, for the Basque country, for a 2-day state visit, where as he put on for a message today, a meetup with all the nationalist party them, movement and political leaders for the Basque, a meetup with the president of the Basque Parliament, a meetup with members of the Basque Parliament, where they be members of the European Union Parliament. For start the process for build bilateral relationships with nations, people, institutions, and organizations for secure the liberation of Ambazonia and for start the planning for post-independence development for the Ambazonian people then. The Ambazonia Governing Council going forward, it work now for build alliances with international with other countries with other governments with other nationalist movements, with other peoples, with other institutions within the Ambazonia liberation struggle. The Ague of Sea, it don't talk say, all the other movement then, we in the last 7 years, they don't day for the liberation, now for they do the business of positioning, of political positioning, and not for the resistance or for the liberation. The Ague of Sea, it not get anything to do with any movement, any leader, any person where he aim, not be enough for focus for the liberation of our people them. Where he aim, not be enough for focus for the resistance and for the liberation. Think about this. If General Aruke, he get 50 well-armed forces, Aruke for die. If we see that one for where the tie face, where the killing from him. If he be get soldiers where they reach 100, well-armed forces where they reach 100, if or die. In matters of national emergency, waiting for the year, people the way they stand for liberation and they stand for independence, when such events and they occur for the territory, waiting will concern serious leaders where they stand up for the liberation, the old man he talk will be now, wetin we fit do, how we fit work together immediately, urgently, now, for make sure say we secure these forces and give them the protection and give them the kind of support and give them the kind of cover and make sure say they be well armed. Now the language that way for the year from serious people them. The liberation tax go save all these soldiers. The liberation tax, it go save all these generals. The Ambazonia Governing Council, it go use the liberation tax for keep all the commanders on the ground alive by making them well armed and well equipped for defend their block, for liberate their block, for protect their block, and for protect the civilian population and move the Ambazonian people them collectively forward. Going forward, the Ambazonia Governing Council, they unite all the nationalist forces on the ground, bring the forces them where they be serious for work together, give them the kind of support where they need them, provide them with the kind of education, provide them with the kind of training. We want to focus our energy and our attention and our effort on the ground. The ground na it matter, the liberation na it matter, our people na them matter, political positioning, political posturing, it will come during the transition phase when all movements they will be converted into political parties. As I don't explain them for all now, the way the international community work, I'll give you a perfect example. When I see Agbobala, the fame where Agbobala began for 2016 when he stand for the Ambazonian people. Today, if you call the name Agbobala, most Ambazonians don't even know the name again, because as long as Agbobala he give up for the people them and he go fight for a belly, so too the people will give up on Agbobala. Wetin Agbobala do for 2016, as long as he no be sustain that leadership and move the people them forward, it could be lost, it could be buried, even history books, they no go remember them. This message, now also to the consortium, now also to the people that will be famous for 2017. If you will be famous for 2017, and for 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, you know, reinvent yourself and make yourself become so valuable to the Ambazonian people and build something where it gets substance for help these people for speed up the liberation, just like Agbobala, history will forget you. Wait till you do them for one day in the past, for 1 month in the past, whether you make a speech, as long as you don't be fit for sustain that success. In the future, they will only count you like some person will be do something for some one day. People the way they be peak performers, now people where they be long lasting, now people where they consistently perform, now people where they stand on principles, now people where they stand on a specific strategy, and then they keep refining their game, they keep improving their game, they keep making their game better and better and better and better and better and better and delivering better results for their people there. Just because we do something for 2017, it don't mean you still be relevant for 2023. When I hear me fine. Just because we do something for 2016, just because we do something for 2017, it don't mean you still be relevant for 2023. If your momentum, it not get a sustainable model of impact, just like Agbobala, it will disappear. A word to the wise be sufficient. When Independence Day they come, Una take pride. Una take pride. Make all we will keep the one that will remain alive. All the soldiers that will remain, will keep them alive and make them become stronger. The egg of sea is on a mission for keep all the generals and commanders and the soldiers on the ground alive by making them strong, powerful, and for strengthening their capacities. With this, happy Independence Day in advance. We'll talk for una again very shortly. For now, una get a good night. As you go sleep, sleep in peace, sleep with hope, be optimistic. The future now is enough for the Ambazonia people they are. I be una brother Lucas Asu, when I'm the spokesman for the Ambazonia Governing Council. Or when I get my phone number, when I know how to reach me. When I get a good night, may God bless and protect all una. For our picking them, as when I go sleep, we love una. Good night.